So let's do some McGoldrick, Dave. So Tim gets in touch and says, looking forward to the McGoldrick. He showed lovely touches. He is different class. Yeah, but he doesn't score any goals bit. Ewan Rowland says, yeah, his quality not in doubt, but he's not scored enough goals. We need a focal point up front.
We do.
Justin Grimwood, he was poor again today, though. Hi, Justin. Sorry, I didn't write his name. Little tricks and turns, all well and good, but no end product. So I play devil's advocate because I host a podcast. I take the truth and exaggerate it a bit to try and get a rise out of you, and try and generate some debate on Twitter and stuff. But a few whines about McGoldrick. I think it's 19 starts, 3 goals, and 2 of those were against Wigan and Rotherham. Obviously, you'd have been happy that he actually played the 19 games, but what's happening here? Because people are scapegoating him now a bit, aren't they?
He's just not doing it. Well, you say he's not doing it. He's just not scoring goals, and primarily he is a striker. I mean, I still prefer to see him play in that withdrawn role. So, for instance, yesterday, he played wide, but just accommodate him in that number 10 position. I think that's his best position. So play Lawrence up with Pittman, and play McGoldrick in that withdrawn role. All right, maybe a little bit of a change in the midfield, but I generally think that's his best position, not as an out-and-out striker. But yeah, goals. Majority of the time he is playing as a striker, he's not scoring goals, and of course he's going to get stick no matter what. Yes, the odd, he'll pull off the odd. We both like him, the odd sublime moment. If you think the pass for the goal for Lawrence's goal at Blackburn, but those things this season have been all too
Reading,
all too rare. Yeah.
Reading.
Reading.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're Reading. Yeah. It's been all too rare, really. Oh, something else I got muddled up earlier. I said that Michael Gooding was saying that on the way back from Cardiff to console himself, he was listening to a bit of Stone Roses, and don't know what he's listening to, and started to do a little shuffle. And I said, like Bez, meaning obviously the Manchester genre, and Paul Sparrow called me out saying,
Happy Mondays, man.
Does Dave think Bez was in Stone Roses?
Yeah. So this word that keeps coming up now is we don't have a focal point in attack. What the hell is Tom Lawrence?
I think they mean a big target man.
Well, then say big guy then.
Capable of holding the ball up, AK. People just don't want to mention Daryl Murphy, mate. That's the thing.
But
they've done it to death. So
it is possible to play football without a big guy up front. I know a lot of teams in the Championship do, but Newcastle were running away with it with Dwight Gale up front on his own, and a certain team we all love went to Wembley with David Johnson and Marcus Stewart up front. Yeah. Your focal point doesn't have to be a big guy up front. It could be a Northern Irish guy in centre midfield, couldn't it?
Yeah, there you go. You've hit the nail right on the head. We really haven't got anyone like that.
There you go. I don't think... This is what pisses me off. I think our strikers are good. I don't think we need a focal point up front. I think we need a focal point in the middle of the pitch.
We certainly do, and we've needed that focal point ever since a certain Irishman retired, probably.
God, yeah.
11 seasons ago. The only thing, then, if people are calling out for that, the only thing, as we've seen, it's not really, because I don't think he's anywhere near ready, or as it's so proved so far, anywhere near good enough, is the lad from Forest Green. And when he has played and when he has come on, he's not really done it, has he? He hasn't been that focal point because he hasn't held the ball up. All right,
but I don't like the language. It's just big guy. And people are whining about hoofball, and then they're asking for a big guy up front.
Ben, it goes back to Daryl Murphy leaving and not being replaced. Let's move on. We've done it to death. Yeah, fed up with that.
I'm just saying you don't need to play. I know. Okay, Reading would have, say, Kermorgant, and Leeds would have Wood. Brighton would have Murray, although Murray's not a focal point, not a lump. But surely you can play without. I know you need a big guy in the squad, and obviously people will come to me and say, "Well, Burley had Scowcroft to the side, didn't he?"
Ben, you can if you are creating the right. Well, if you've got the. As I said, the right personnel in midfield to provide that necessary service for those type players.
Okay, but your focal point doesn't have to be a big striker, does it?
Ultimately, Ben, the way we play, let's face it, and we still do it even with Hughes and Diagoral on his side, who we perhaps have looked to play a bit more football, we do lump it up. And what those people are, the focal point means that we lump it up and it's just coming straight back because neither Lawrence or McGoldrick or Sears, Pittman to a degree, but he's not been playing, are capable of winning the ball in the air and flicking it onto whoever or strong enough to hold the ball. That's what that means.
I don't know. You just can't have it both ways. You can't complain about hoofball and then say we haven't got a focal point, which basically means big guy up front. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let's
move on.
Who's your favourite player? Big guy.
Jan Koller.
Jan Koller, you loved him, didn't you?
No, it's just Drogba, isn't it? Drogba just like redefined the whole thing because he was.
Drogba was just a bloody brute. What a player!
Changed.
What a player!
But he changed the whole of. All of a sudden you played one up front who could do all the jobs and two off him, and he must have been horrific to play against. What a player! Yeah. Anyway, so championship. Round up, Birmingham 0, Newcastle 0. Little slip up for the Geordies, but it didn't really matter, Dave, because 4 of the top 6 didn't win, which takes us to